We're here with Cindy Ross, Bodies by Cindy. You just had a big grand opening.
We did. It was a huge success. A lot of people come out. If you did not make it out, you missed out on a lot of good food because Mosley's was cooking up some chicken and some pulled pork, and it was awesome.
And speaking of, Mosley's is very near to where your Bodies by Cindy location is.
They are, and actually we're kind of working together on a great meal plan, the meal plan that I usually give out to my clients to help you lose weight. You're going to be able to get those items by just driving right up to Mosley's and getting fresh items, fresh fish, and really, really good cuts of chicken as well.
Oh, that sounds great, and congratulations on your grand opening. And we're lucky enough to have her this morning making a pumpkin mousse. It is the season of pumpkin. So, of course, we have a little bit, maybe another month or so of everything pumpkin. So, I mean, we can't leave out a mousse.
That's exactly right. And actually, we're having a pumpkin boot camp up at Bodies by Cindy for Halloween.
Tell us more.
So, you must come try it. Instead of weights, we're going to be lifting pumpkins. We do it every year.
I like that.
And it's just a lot of fun. It gets you into the spirit, and it's just fun. It takes you back to kid-like experiences.
I like that, Cindy. That sounds like a ton of fun. If they want to find out more about Bodies by Cindy, they can check out your website?
Yeah, website, bodiesbycindy.com, or give us a call at 300-8048, and we'll give you the times of the classes, and maybe even let you try one out for free.
Lift a pumpkin. It'll be fun.
That's right. And then you could take one home and actually make this.
That actually sounds really good. I'm more on the eating of pumpkin side. Here's a look at the ingredients for the pumpkin mousse. You can see all great things, including that Greek yogurt in there. Of course, everyone needs yogurt in their lives.
We're actually replacing heavy cream, and we're using Greek yogurt. So we're adding protein, cutting down the fat and the calories, and that's always really important for the holidays because you know everything has so many calories and it's loaded with sugar. So today we take out the sugar, we're adding stevia back in, and you're not going to lose any flavor.
Cindy, I have heard a lot of people trading Greek yogurt out for creams and stuff like that. I've heard that becoming more and more popular.
It's great to cook with, it's great to bake with. You can put it pretty much into anything. I mean, we use it as toppings, sour cream, whatever. So, I mean, whatever you want to throw it on, you know, you're just getting added protein and you're lessening your calories.
Yeah, really good to know. So let's start with the first couple of steps, and then we got to save some for Joe and Sarah.
Yes.
You know, I can't take all the cooking.
I know. What I did, I went ahead and blended up the Greek yogurt, added 2 packs of stevia, and we mixed that together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 egg whites. A lot of people, I know this sounds simple, you know, egg whites, but people are like, how do you get the egg whites out? So literally, you're just going to half it back and forth. Let's see if I do this smoothly.
You look pretty smooth there.
And I do this like 8 times a day because I eat a lot of eggs.
Right.
And we'll dump that. And so we're just going to do 3 egg whites.
I think you and I have talked about our love for eggs before.
I love eggs. I should have a bunch of chickens, but I just don't want to take care of them.
Right. So we're getting the egg whites out of there. And again, not that many ingredients in the pumpkin mousse.
It's not, and you know, we're using all the flavors of the fall. You know, you got pumpkin spice and ginger, and we're going to be using cinnamon and nutmeg, all those yummy smells that you smell when you're baking. So those are the ones that we're putting in the ingredients today.
And Cindy, is this in your cookbook? She has a fabulous cookbook that I have followed. I've made your chickpea recipe numerous times. Is this in your cookbook?
Actually, it's not, but it's in my second one that's coming out.
Well,
I know. I'm on the move, and it's going to be in the spring, and the second book will be out.
Good. Well, you'll have to check that out. Of course, we're going to continue to get going here in the kitchen with the pumpkin mousse. You can make it tonight for your kiddos. Of course, Halloween is on Friday. Get them in the mood with a nice, healthy pumpkin mousse. And we'll be back in the kitchen in just a few minutes with Cindy.
And welcome back to Studio 10. We are in the kitchen with Cindy Ross, Bodies by Cindy, and we are making some pumpkin mousse, which I'm super excited about because mousse by definition to me is light and dessertish, right?
It is. And actually we're going to top it with some Cool Whip.
Oh, good.
We're not going to use whipped cream. We're going to use Cool Whip. So that's another great alternative that you can do for the holidays, and it's light.
And that's what we're talking about. This stuff is healthy, and it's hard this time of year with all the candy. I don't know about at your house, but I have candy floating all over my house, so it's hard to find healthy stuff to eat that tastes like the holidays.
You know, and I always say if you can just make small changes, it's it's one step in the right direction. And I'm not expecting people to overhaul their kitchens for the holidays, but you know what, if we can cut a few calories here and there,
perfect.
Maybe we won't add that extra 5 pounds at the end of the holiday season. So that's what our goal is, you know, maybe just to maintain.
That's perfect. Okay, so y'all started this already at the beginning process, but one of the things that's interesting, especially this time of year, is pumpkin seems like it's in a lot of stuff right now.
It's at the end cap of every grocery aisle pretty much at the stores right now. It's great. You can add it in. It thickens pretty much any recipe that you put it into, you know, soups or whatever, but pumpkin is so full of fiber and it keeps you full longer, which is going to help, you know, those crazy cravings for the sugary foods during the holidays. So definitely add this in. I mean, I know during Christmas a couple years ago, I made some pumpkin bars and my husband's like, oh my God, I'm so full. What did you put in it? And it's the pumpkin.
So it makes you feel full and stay full. That's exciting. Yes. So when you see recipes with pumpkin in it, we could hope that those are healthier recipes.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely. And then, of course, if a recipe calls for sugar or the whipping cream or the heavy cream, substitute it just like we are today with Greek yogurt. There's a lot of different substitutions. Google it. There is, I mean, a list and charts of substitutions that you can do for different items.
So what did you substitute today? We have Greek yogurt instead of what would be?
In place of heavy cream.
Okay.
Yes, and then instead of sugar, we're using stevia.
Okay, good.
Yes, and I already put the egg whites in, so I'm just going to pop this up. And egg whites are here, and then we're just going to go ahead and add the pumpkin in.
It smells delicious over here. Pumpkin just has that smell about it, and you've got some cinnamon obviously going too.
Yes.
But it smells good. Now, one of the things we were talking about too is this is not a difficult recipe to make, right?
It's not. I mean, literally, it will take you, the longest time is the 15 minutes in the refrigerator cooling. So
that's excellent. So for all of us at home who are looking for some great little dessert with our kids, we can do this pretty quickly.
That's exactly right. And we're just going to do 1/4 teaspoon of all these spices. I'm using cinnamon and nutmeg.
And a lot of this stuff we already have.
Exactly right. And this is ground cloves. And I'll let you smell this because it does smell amazing.
It does smell really good.
It will have your house smelling good.
Yum.
And then I'm just going to do some pumpkin pie spice that has ginger in it.
Okay.
And then we're just going to blend this together.
And again, of course, we have this recipe for you on our Studio 10 page, so you can get all the ingredient amounts when you are making this at home. Right. Okay, so we blend this up.
Yep, we're just going to blend it in. Nice and easy. And this is in the egg whites as well.
So it's egg whites, it's the pumpkin, and the spices.
And then I've already mixed the Greek yogurt with the stevia over here. And then we're going to mix it together as well.
One question, I guess, if you're going to substitute out like a Greek yogurt instead of a whipping cream, do you use the same amount? How do you figure out?
Yes, usually you do. This actually called for 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and I chose a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt.
Okay, so it's a direct.
And make sure that you get plain, because if you get some of the crazy flavors out there, it might throw your recipe off a little bit. So, yeah, always go for the plain, and then look for the least amount of sugars as possible. You know, I mean, you're already cutting out, but this one actually has 6 grams of sugars, which is not bad for Greek yogurt. A lot of my clients will tell you that I'm always harping about trying to read the food labels and make sure that you get the least amount of sugars possible.
Okay, so important to read the labels and important to think about substituting to make everything healthier.
Exactly right.
And we are going to finish this up when we come back in the kitchen, and I'm really excited to taste this too. And I love the idea about substituting out. The heavy whipping cream seems like it's in everything, every dessert you make.
Everything.
All right, so some ideas to stay healthy, and I don't know about y'all, but don't you guys have a bunch of candy floating around your house?
Take a look at that pumpkin mousse in martini glasses.
I was creative.
Very cool, but we're not entirely done yet. We've got to add a little whipped cream here.
Yeah, actually, this is the Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
And we are cutting calories. So I am going to top each one of these. Who doesn't love Cool Whip, right?
Man.
All right, this is your spoon that you're testing.
I love Cool Whip.
All right.
If you just eat Cool Whip by itself, is that healthy?
I don't know about that. It's got a little bit of sugar, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, listen, while I try this, we've been talking all along about the new Bodies by Cindy Health and Fitness Center. And if you want to take advantage of some great prices, now's the time to do so.
That's right. You know, we're still doing our grand opening prices. And so, you know, make sure you stop by. We're always doing free consultations. So if you have any fitness, health questions, stop in, come visit us. And also just launched a new package called the Fat to Fit 30-Day Slim Down, just in time for the holidays. And so, you know, maybe we can get, 5 to 7 pounds off you before the holiday season starts, and you won't feel half as guilty about indulging in all those desserts.
Yeah, you know what? I'm always a big proponent of every now and then you got to let yourself go a little bit. So like on Thanksgiving, I am going to eat
A lot.
I'm going to eat a lot.
A lot.
So, if you could take advantage of a 30-day slim down right now, right before Thanksgiving, that would be
exactly
perfect.
Right. It's $39 for a 30-day slim down. It comes with 4 weeks of meal plans and actually a workout for every single day for that month.
That sounds fantastic. This is fantastic. The recipe is online. We encourage you to check that out. Of course, Cindy has a full cookbook as well. You can pick that up and look at all the information about the Bodies by Cindy Health and Fitness Center. Good to see you.
Thanks,
Thank you
Joe.
so much.
You're
it's
welcome.
delicious. We'll be right back. More studio time.